It's Drew Speaks. Turn it up, we spilling tea. When the drama hit the streets, you know where you gotta be. Messy but classy, yeah, I keep it real. Bring it real. Bringing all the news, let's talk, let's spill. All let's spill. Shade so sharp, might need a shield. When Drew speaks, best believe it's sealed. Got some facts, what's the deal? Keep it raw, keep it trill. Ain't no cap, just what's real. Hit that like, tell me how you feel. Oh, you ain't heard, let me break it down. Drew got the scoop, yeah, we run the town. Laughs, drama, truth in the mix. Stay locked in, yeah, we too lit.
Howdy, welcome to Drew Speaks. Welcome to Drew Speaks. Listen, happy Friday. I want to start by saying that happy Friday. I know a lot has taken place, but guess what, y'all? We made it to Friday. We have made it to Friday. Listen, as you guys come in, make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and hit the share button. Let everyone know that we are on live. So, listen, a lot has happened since the last time I talked to you guys, since the last time I did a video, since the last time I just been on live in general, right? And so, with that, I want to kind of unpack something. But again, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and hit the share button. I'm back. I'm ready. And guess what? I'm ready to get to it, y'all. This video because the fact of the matter is that, girl, you just came on a platform and basically accused Trustee Belcher's daughter, who has been working as an election judge since Trustee Belcher said since she was since she graduated high school. It's like now you nitpicking. But I wanna go into this. Let's dig into this.
Good morning. Good morning. How are you?
Good. How are you today?
Tired.
Ah,
Tired.
I don't know why.
Right.
So what's going on?
Oh gosh. Like I need 95 hours of sleep. Literally.
I feel that pain.
Oh, what's going on? So I was like, okay, now that everything is over with, I'm like, okay, now we can talk. Let's talk about election day.
Okay.
When I tell you it was crazy at some of the polling places with some of the stuff that was going on.
Mhm. Yeah.
Oh gosh. So I got out there around
Facebook and YouTube. Um, for the ones that is watching on Facebook, as you guys come in, make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you hit the subscribe button and hit the share button as we get into Cassandra last cry right after the election.
I went to Lincoln. I got out to Lincoln around it was about 6:15 yesterday morning.
Okay.
And so it was actually me and Mrs. Belcher. We were the first two to be out there. And so we had a few residents to come in. And of course the news people, ABC, they were out.
Hmm.
And I'm sorry if I'm pausing because I kind of hear the kind of like hear the replay of me and it's kind of going
Oh,
on.
just shut up.
I do want to say this because for the ones that's coming in and the ones that's already on, that is not my feedback. Let me make sure I say that. That is not my feedback. That is not my feedback. That is the feedback of Conscious and Cassandra's video. So that's not my feedback. I just want to make sure that was known.
Your YouTube. Uh, yeah, mute your YouTube page.
Oh,
Yeah, there you go.
okay, let me see if I'm doing it right.
I like that.
Did I mute it?
Can you hear a background? Is
No,
it clear?
no.
Okay, there you go.
Okay. So yeah, so got out there around 6 something. No, I can't hear the background.
Oh, good. Okay.
Yeah, so I got out there about 6 something. Well, no, you know what? I think I'm hearing the background again. I don't know if I.
Hmm. Oh, she's having a what do you call that, Cynthia? Um, she's she's having a repeat. Is that any better?
Yeah.
Okay, good. All right. Whew.
So, oh God. Yeah,
Get
so
back
we
on
got
this
we got out
stream
there pretty
because
early, and when I got out there, it was just me
Sandra
and
don't piss
Mrs.
me off.
Belcher out there, and we had a few residents that came out.
Yeah.
I'm still hearing this echo for some reason.
Uh, somebody
Because
tell
it's
her what
your
to do.
system, girl. That's your
Do you have?
Cassandra. You keep hearing this echo because that's your stuff. You sounding like that.
A separate a separate window where you have this stream on? Shut that off.
Turn your TV off, girl. Just tell her turn the TV off.
Yeah, you're getting the feedback. Whoop. All right, she'll come back in. Try it again. This is gonna be interesting.
It's going to be
Somebody's
interesting.
back in the chat.
So, y'all, I'm going to fast forward this because it seems it's like at the beginning of this video, Cassandra don't know what the hell she doing. So I'm going to,
It was very interesting. I'm just like,
okay, there go it. Let's start here.
this
Because
this
this
race,
sounded like she didn't know what the hell she
it
was
has
doing.
really taught me a lot
Seriously.
about people and what extent they would go through to acquire a position.
Like you?
Some of these people, they will literally sell their souls to
Mm-mm.
get these positions.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
oh, now
It's like,
Cassandra.
well, let's take it back to the early voting.
Okay.
Now
Every day that I
Cassandra.
went out there, and I must say, I met some really nice people. A lot of the candidates that were
Oh,
running, they were pretty cool. You know, they were cordial.
she met some really nice
It was
people.
just a few bad seeds that came out. That just every time they showed up, it's like the energy shifted,
Make sure we're liking, we're
arguments started,
sharing, we're
and
subscribing, we're commenting.
it was crazy. Like one Miss Valerie Stubbs, I'm like,
Uh-uh.
Oh,
Oh.
I don't know what planet she come from. To see some
Oh, now just to kind of give you guys some perspective, Valeria Stubbs has just got elected as a trustee to Thornton Township's board. And so Cassandra, what you got against Valeria Stubbs? That old lady ain't did nothing to nobody.
somebody at her age, the way she acts and the way she cut up and the way she antagonized some of the people that were out there. It was just awful. I've never seen a woman in her 60s carry on the way that she carried on.
I saw some.
Oh,
Every other day when she came out, there was an argument. She was picking on people, kept crossing the line, just awful. And I'm like, you are just too old to carry out the way that you carry out.
oh, now
Yeah,
you got your goddamn nerves,
BP
Cassandra.
Stubbs.
Hold
yeah,
on.
BP stuff.
Yeah.
Now hold on. Now hold on. At first I wasn't gonna say nothing, but to hell with you, Cassandra, because I have heard you say some crazy shit. Cassandra, I have heard you say some crazy stuff to some people. I heard a recording of Cassandra, and I can pull a recording up. It's not even allegedly. I'm not even going to say allegedly because it's true. I heard her on a recording saying that if anybody get into her personal space, she was going to F them up. That's what she said. And so somebody that want to be a mayor shouldn't be acting and shouldn't have the decorum that you got.
I'll put it like
But that
this:
ain't none of my
if there
business.
was ever I met an old fool, that was one.
Oh, now you insulting the personalities. Girl.
So I said it's April the 2nd. There's no bars hold. I'm going for broke today. So
Uh-huh.
if you want to call me Crash Out Cassie, you're gonna get Crash Out Cassie today.
Let it rip.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, it was
So she want to be the mayor of Dallas.
experience was pleasant.
It's okay.
Girl.
And my goal was
It
when
ain't
I were
working,
out there was
sis.
to try to bring the all the opponents together to show people that regardless of what ticket that you're running on,
Mm-mm.
you can treat each other with human decency. We can be cordial to one another. In most
Oh,
and for the majority of the time,
I'm
it
just
was a
now
beautiful
seeing
moment.
your
It's just that seemed like when House and people came out there, the energy shifted. Like the people that
what's the name,
were working
Anthony?
for him, it's just the energy shifted. You could feel the negativity beaming from them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
Yeah.
did that girl
We've
just
been
say
seeing it.
yeah? See,
yeah.
conscious. The only
And
reason I
so
promise y'all, let
and
me
some
let me
of the
say this. Let me say this. Let me say this. The only reason that I'm using this content is because conscious content is because um she interviewed Cassandra. That is the only reason that I'm using conscious content is because she interviewed her. But if it was done on somebody else's platform, it would have been better because I don't like this. It's like they in cahoots. They talk. They had a own good, goody
Polling
conversation
places.
before
I
they
know one of
slap.
the places over at the Park District. When I tell
But that's
you,
just my thought.
Miss Tammy Brown, Miss Brittany Norwood, and I
Mm.
don't know the other lady name, but she's a resident. She's a little short, chunky, light-skinned lady. I'm gonna call her. I'm gonna be nice with the name. I'm gonna call her. But those three kept up so much hell, it was just unbelievable. And the
Now let me say
filth
this.
and the
This
stuff
this
that
doesn't
comes
even
out of their
sound right
mouth is
because
just
anybody that
unfreaking.
knows, so this doesn't even sound right because I have been around, and I have either drove out there to Dalton to see, like, what was the tea during election time, like, what was the ins and out, how was everybody, like, how was everyone getting along, and how was they acting out there at the election poll. And one thing I can say, Tammy Brown and Brittany Norwood, I can and Mayor elect Jason House, they got the quorum. Even Kiana Belcher. I can say that the team, the clean house slate, you seen a politician in them. You seen, humanity in them. And so what she's saying, girl, I don't recall saying that. I don't recall it. I don't. And mind you, I have drove out there on multiple occasions to different polling sites. But let's get back into this video. Cassandra, stop lying.
Unbelievable.
Mhm.
So it's like every time I would come over to that location, they get quiet as a mouse. And then people will tell me the minute I leave, all this energy and all this negative talking and they bad and what they gonna do and all this so crazy stuff. But every time I show up, they get quiet as a mouse. And one of the guys that was actually running for a position, his daughter was actually out there working. And so they were
See,
kind of switching out different
I don't, I don't,
polling
I don't,
places
I
to
don't, I
work.
don't care for that,
And
Cassandra,
so he
because
sent
I
his
don't
daughter
believe
over
that's
to the
true.
polling place over at the Park District. And the
Mhm.
young lady, she was very nice. She was very bubbly, high energy. She was a sweet young lady. And so she actually took some of my flyers to pass out. She actually had some of House's flyers. She had quite a few, some of her dad's flyers. So she had about 3 or 4 different people's flyers.
Uh-huh.
And so she was just like, well, I'm just passing out flyers. I'm helping everybody. I'm neutral. I don't have an issue with anyone. So
Uh,
she was just a good
uh,
spirit.
uh, 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 uh.
And Lord behold, the resident, I can't remember her name, but I'm gonna find a picture of her and I'm gonna post her because this chick got some serious issues.
Mm.
Oh,
She actually got into an argument like 4 times with different people,
now
and
she
each
say this
time there was
chick got
almost a
some
fight that
serious
broke out.
issues when she the one that.
Really?
Well, she cursed the young lady out and got into
Eh,
a heated argument, and the young lady called her dad, and then she ended up going back over to the other polling place, and her dad ended up coming over there. Now, granted, in the beginning, he was over on Lincoln, and he was kind of a House supporter. But until they started crashing out on his daughter, they shifted out polling places, and he came over to the library, and he was just like taken back,
that's
like I
crazy.
don't believe they attacked my daughter like that,
Mhm.
simply because she was passing out my flyers.
Oh.
So everybody that communicated with me, everybody that talked with me, everybody that were passing out my flyers, they were attacking them like a bunch of bulldogs. But it's
Rick
funny, every
Holmes
time I
said
showed up,
she
they was
lies.
quiet at the mouth. They
Of
shut
course
my
she
mouth. They
do.
wouldn't say anything.
Of
And so
course
the
she
guy, he was just
lies.
like, I am so highly disappointed in House and his people. that they would attack my daughter like that. But I'm like, but a lot of you all, these are the people that you support, but you don't do your research and you don't see and you look over the character of the people that you're supporting. But then he got to experience it firsthand when they attacked his daughter.
Mm. Yeah.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was crazy. My son-in-law was out there. They didn't know he was working with me, and they came up to him and was saying all kind of crazy stuff like, "We know her. She ain't no good, and she did this and she did that." Now, granted, and I find it
Let me
funny because I'm
say
like,
this.
these
Let
people
me
don't
let
know
me
me from
say
a can
this,
of paint.
and
They
I'm
only know me
excited.
because
I'm
I'm
excited. Let me say this, y'all. We have officially reached 60 subscribers. Rachel Swatowski says, watching from Maine. Welcome, Rachel. Welcome. Welcome. Welcome to the channel. Listen, y'all, this is a big accomplishment. We have officially reached 60 subscribers on YouTube. I'm proud of that. Let's go.
actually ran for mayor. And she was just saying all this crazy negative stuff, just talking, I mean, like talking all out of her head, just you name it, whatever could come out of her mouth, the B word, you name it, everything under the sun.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-mm-mm.
And so when she got through talking with him, and he was like, lady, that's my mother.
Mm-mm.
Mm.
And like, if you let one more word proceed out your mouth negative about my mother, like they were literally about to get into a fight.
Oh my God. Who
Wow.
she?
And then another incident, one of their workers that was actually working for a house, I don't know if you guys been on my page, the young lady that I was dancing with, they actually almost got to fighting with her on two separate incidents
Now,
because they got pissed off at her that she was talking to them.
now Cassandra.
Mm.
And I'm like, how is it you fighting with your own people because they were speaking with you? It was wild. It was crazy. Then over at Dykeman School, the young lady, Miss Sonia, I can't remember the guy's name, but he kept picking at her. And every person that came up to vote, I don't know where he got a copy of her petitions from, but he kept harassing all of the voters and showing them the petition. And it was just, I'm like, it is not that serious for these positions.
Yeah.
And it got
Well, let me say this because I'm hearing a double standard situation with Cassandra. I am. I'm hearing a double standard with Cassandra because you can't say they doing all of this for these positions when, girl, you was just out there doing a lot. You was just out there doing a lot. Like you were cursing the residents out. You was trying to like get into it with the restaurant, with the residents, all type of stuff.
got so bad to the point where they had to call the Cook County Sheriff. And when I left from over there, the chef was there, and the whole incident was just it was crazy.
Yeah. What was that incident with the sheriff's department? We saw a lot of deputies there and everything. What happened?
Well, as I said, the young man, every time a voter come up, he had a clipboard and he kept showing the young lady's petition, and he kept saying that look, she's with Tiffany, and Tiffany signed her petition, and and he was doing that even with the early voting. Every voter that come up, he would run and literally harass them like, look, she's with Tiffany, and he was showing the petition. Look, Tiffany signed her petition, and they just kept harassing the young lady. It was just so uncalled for and so unnecessary.
Mm. Uh, do you know who it was that had the clipboard?
Oh God, they said his name, Will something. I can't remember. Uh, yeah, his name was. I think it was Will something. And honestly, he wasn't even important enough for me to remember his. He harassed them like, look, she's with Tiffany, and he was showing the petition. Look, Tiffany signed her petition, and they just kept harassing the young lady. It was just so uncalled for and so unnecessary.
Mm. Uh, do you know who it was that had the clipboard?
Um, oh God, they said his name Will something. I can't remember. Uh, yeah, his name was. I think it was Will something. And honestly, he wasn't even important enough for me to remember his name. I
Yeah.
just know that his behavior was unbelievable, and I'm like, dude,
Now
why
wait
are
a
you
minute,
acting like this? It's
Cassandra.
not that
Is
serious.
they talking about William
Yeah.
Moore?
And he had even started to piss
You
some of the
confusing me.
residents off the way he was
I'm gonna
running
get
in
in
the
the camera
courtroom.
real quick, y'all. But she
Mm.
confusing me.
Yeah,
Mm.
Cassandra, you confusing me. I had
Okay.
to get on the camera
So
for that. Let's
it's
pause
been
that.
a rough ride.
yeah, and I felt bad.
Let's pause that. Because Cassandra is basically saying that um she's basically saying that people was being harassed at the polls when she was doing a lot of the harassing. If I got my information right, she was doing a lot of the harassing, especially that video. It was disgusting. It was disgusting of the video that I seen and the way she was just talking to the residents. It was disgusting.
Bad for yeah.
Uh,
I felt bad for some of the candidates because it's like if you're not on our team, the way they start slandering them, start making videos up. It's just I'm like people. It's not that serious. It really isn't.
it is for a lot of people very
Well,
serious.
yeah,
Uh,
yeah. For those that that's
want the position.
into the corruption,
Mhm.
it's serious for a lot of them.
Yeah.
Mm.
Was that Will Tillman?
That's him. Yeah, him.
Okay.
That guy right there.
Yep. Yes, Cynthia. Will Tillman. Yeah. Uh, somebody, I'd be very tempted to just shake the dust off my feet and find a new spot to occupy.
Mm-mm.
Yeah,
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
he kept harassing her, and I'm like, it wasn't necessary the way he was harassing. So
Yeah.
it
I
got
don't,
pretty
now
bad
I
yesterday
don't
to the
take
point
what
where the
she's
Cook
saying
County
as
Sheriff had
true.
to come out and
Can I
actually
be
have a few
honest?
words with him.
Yeah.
Can I be honest,
Yeah.
y'all? I don't take
I saw a
I don't
lot of
take what she's saying
chaos
as
going
true.
on. A lot of
Let me get back in
I
this
don't
camera.
know. It was very
Because I
strange.
do
I thought it
not
was very
take
odd
what Cassandra
what was
is
going
saying
Well,
as
let
on.
me
true.
tell you what the weird part was. So after the polling place closed, and I was telling them, they was like, "What party are you going to?" And I'm like, "No, I'm going home. I'm tired. This has been a long run. I just want to spend
Wait,
time with my family, the kids, and all that other stuff because this is
wait. So you tell me, Cassandra, you didn't even have a um how can I say this? You didn't even have a concession, speech, statement, party. If you would have won, what you would have just went home and celebrated with your family. What about the residents? They don't get to support. They don't get to celebrate with the ones for the hundred and something. What was it? 157 people that voted for you. They don't get to celebrate with you. That's interesting.
taking away a lot of my time, and especially from them.
Mm.
And so I got two phone calls. Now I won't mention which news channel and which two news channels called me.
Mhm.
But I get a phone call and they're like, we highly recommend that you have your lawyer to challenge the result because
Oh.
we're kind of questioning the numbers because and it was slow. Now the early voting, I was
Now
out
wait
there
a minute.
literally every day, and not
Mhm.
that many people showed up.
Y'all know I only get on camera when 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 when, when I gotta say something that's really important. So Cassandra, you're telling me that the news reached out to you? and told you to challenge the election because the numbers didn't look right? Is that what I'm hearing her say? Remember, y'all, as y'all coming in, make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you hit the share button. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. Let's get back into this video.
And even for yesterday at Lincoln, each places, it was not that many people that came out to vote. So they were like, the numbers were very questionable.
Mhm.
But I noticed at Lincoln, Kiana Belcher's daughter was working inside. And I noticed she kept coming outside a lot, speaking with.
Here's the tea. Let me get back on this camera. Here's the tea. Here is the moral of the video. I didn't want to skip to the good part, the juicy part, whatever we want to put it, only for the simple fact that I wanted us to kind of get context to it, right? Kind of let y'all know what was going on, what was happening, what led up to this conversation. How did Trustee Kiana Belcher get back on here? How did she get on here? And so I wanted to kind of give y'all some background for what y'all finna see. Because if I hit a child and you talking about my child and you accuse my child of election interference, then girl, we got a problem. We may just have a problem. Because don't you go accuse my daughter of shit.
Jason House.
Why was Kiana Belcher's daughter working inside a polling place?
Yeah, she was working a polling place in Lincoln.
Is that a conflict?
Wait. This how y'all know how biased and just like extra conscious and Cassaundra want to be. Just because you're telling me, if I have this right, you're telling me that just because I have a family member that's running in the election, I can work. Make it make sense. I can't work at the election polls because my family member is running in the election. If my brother was running to be a mayor or alderman or anything, I can't run. I can't work the election.
I
How?
thought that as well.
How?
And then I noticed Jason House, he kept going in and out of the polling place as well.
Wait, what?
So I get a call and they're like,
like
you really should challenge that because we were out there and yeah.
Challenge you being
Jason
a sore
House
loser.
Was going inside in and out of the polling place?
Yeah, he went in and out of the polling place quite a few times.
Mm-hmm. Do we have any video of that?
What did Rachel say?
Well,
Let's add Rachel comment to the.
You know what? ABC News, they were out there
To the
they
she
were
said,
out
yeah,
there
she
at
sounds
6
like a
a.m.
sore loser.
They actually were
Thank
out
you,
there
Rachel.
before I made it
That's
there.
what
And I
she
made it
sounds
there
like.
around
She sounds like
6:15.
a sore loser.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because girl, what, huh?
All the news reporters left because they were trying to get attention, Berg says. Yeah.
Yeah. So
I noticed
that her daughter.
Oh, she's
coming in and out quite a few, and I'm thinking if she's working a polling place, she's coming in and out, coming outside a lot.
Yeah. So, Berg, she's an election judge. Well, she should be staying inside, not coming in and out.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
I'm just going through the chat and letting you talk.
Now I can't see the chat because I don't have my glasses on. So if there are any statements or questions you want to read out for me, I'm more than welcome it.
That's interesting.
Any questions that you have for Cassaundra? Cassaundra, I'm glad that's over for you. I would have it's for you. If I live there, I appreciate what you stand for.
Huh?
There's no issue going in and out of polling places. Well, what if it's an election judge, Alonzo? That's curious.
Don't they got
He
breaks?
could be talking about a poll watcher. Okay.
Well, I think it would be an issue if you're coming in and out and then you're constantly going to convert with one of the candidates. I think that is an issue.
Mm.
Mm.
Welcome to politics.
Okay.
Does anybody have any questions for Cassaundra? Are you going to stay in politics?
Oh God! Well, last night I I got a call and
Let me say this.
someone suggested something and
Let me say this. I want to say this before Trustee Belcher gets on here because she's getting ready to come and speak her mind about the whole situation. When Dalton made their decision, they made it for a reason. They made it for a reason. And if you are an election judge,
I will
if you are an election worker, you can work the election no matter if your family member is a candidate or not.
put it out there just yet until I make up my mind, decide if that's something that I want to do.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Like, I don't understand them.
I remember.
But make
reading
sure we're
something
liking,
somewhere.
make sure we're liking, make sure we are subscribing, and make sure we are sharing this live. If you're watching on Facebook, like, comment, and share. If you are watching on YouTube, like, comment, share, and most definitely hit the subscribe button. Let's get back into the video.
Because you said that you would bring businesses in. Are you still willing to bring those businesses in?
Well, I'm glad you asked that question. Now, over at the early voting,
That's a good
towards
question.
the end, that was like the $1 million
That's
question.
a real good question.
Everybody started asking me that. Well, if you don't get the seat, are you willing to bring the businesses in? Are you willing to help the residents out? Are you willing to bring your resources in to help us out? And the answer is no, I'm not.
Mm-hmm.
Because we're at a point that whoever you elect, you have to start
Wait,
holding our elected officials accountable.
wait.
So
Is that what
whoever
I
you
think I
vote
just
for,
heard?
I'm sorry, they're going to have to get the job done.
Right.
Now, I've had other
What
townships.
what happened to saying that if I don't win, I will be committed to doing what I have to do to make sure that the incoming administration have everything that they need to have to be successful. What happened to that? If I don't win, whatever resource I have, whatever connection that I can help make, whatever gap that I can close to make sure that this incoming administration have everything they need to be successful. That's
Yes,
wrong.
and other people that asked
That's
me
wrong,
about
Cassandra.
working along with them and possibly bringing some of those resources to their community. So I'm willing to actually sit down and have a conversation with certain people. And yeah, we might do some business together.
Wonderful.
Come on, certain
Wonderful.
people.
Uh,
Girl, you ought to
And
be
you and the
ashamed of
reason
your
why I
damn
say
self.
no is that because for me as a resident, the way they carried out with all the slander, with all the negativity, with all of the bad behavior. I mean, they attack me, they attack family, you know, all the stuff over the internet, the way some of the residents have spoken to me. And I'm saying to myself, as mean and as nasty as you have been to me, why would I help you?
mm-hmm.
You know, I might would consider it if their actions were different. But
Mhm.
because of their actions, I'm like, no, you don't get my resources. I'm sorry. Whoever you elect, they're going to have to step up
That
to
ain't
the
how it's
plate
supposed
and
to
handle
go.
their business.
No,
Right.
that's showing
Right.
Yeah.
bitterness.
I
Uh,
think maybe if they might have been a little bit nicer, I would not have a problem helping them. So I'm like, at this point, no. If you elected Jason House, he gets to prove himself.
Thank you.
I
Let's
I think
pause that.
everybody ripped you apart, and you.
Let's pause that. Let's pause that. Let's pause that. And let me get up on this screen. Because the fact of the matter is that right there, that comment, wow, it seems that if you truly cared about your community, you will want to make a positive impact whether you're elected or not. If you for your community the way you say you are, the way you say you are, if I'm for my community, no matter if I'm elected or not, if I get the position or not, I want to see my community do well. I want to see my community thrive. If I'm elected or not. Yes, she literally, yes. What's going on? What's going on, Daniel? She literally said she ain't gonna do nothing. You should want to see your community thrive no matter who's in office. That's why your black ass
You
didn't get
rip that
elected.
back at him, snap back at him, just like
Cause
Trina
girl,
Downs would have.
you ain't right.
Let me see. Pointy end.
I don't
Well, it
understand that.
seems that if you truly cared about your community, you would want to make a positive impact, whether you're elected or not.
Thank you.
Well, I'm going to make a positive impact. And trust me, there are other communities that is in a more of a dire need
Girl,
than y'all.
stop it.
Mhm.
So
So listen,
no
listen,
one gets
listen.
to tell
I'm
me
going to
where to
scoot
put my
this up.
resources at.
I'm going. Of
So
course,
my
wait.
resources will be given.
Of course, we don't tell you what. As I'm talking, I'm going to scoot this up. Of course, we don't tell you where you get your resources and where to put your resources. Oh, wait, I didn't see this. Wait a minute.
Just it was unbelievable.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute, y'all. I just seen a face. Let me get on this camera. So, um, I want to say this that I did not go and watch this full video of Conscious Live. I did not. I did not see the full video. I only seen the part where Trustee Kayana Belcher addresses Cassandra Jordan. But what I just seen is a on this video, Trina Downs is getting ready to come and speak. So that's interesting. Imagine Trina Downs is the same lady. Trina Downs is the same lady who Cassandra was on her live talking about the residents by not getting her goddamn personal space. Girl, you running to be a mayor. What the hell you mean a personal space? You trying to be an elected official, ain't no personal space. Your whole life is open. Welcome to politics. Let's get back into this video. I want to see what Trina got to say.
The way they talked to her and the way they did her yesterday, it was so nasty to the point that she was like, "I'm leaving and I'm going home."
Mhm.
And her father was so upset, like his blood was boiling because he was like, "I just cannot believe that they did this to my daughter."
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Trina voted for you. Here's Trina Downs.
okay.
She voted
Yeah,
for you.
I did. I voted for Cassandra as well as Denasha, just as a strategic vote, because Cassandra's not involved in any litigation prior or present. Jason and
There go
Tiffany
Trina
have been
Downs.
involved in a lot
There
of
go Trina
litigation.
Downs.
Jason's put out a lot of bonds, and
Mm,
debauchery needs to just stop. Like, we cannot keep putting the same
uh-uh,
recycled people
uh-uh.
into office because they're all together and they all have an agenda, and it's not for the people.
But wait,
Plain and simple.
Trina Downs, weren't you and Cassandra just in
But
cahoots?
Yes.
I feel like, it's
I'll
God's
wait.
will, for one, because these are the same people that made all the poor financial decisions. to put Dalton in $138 million in debt. So those people that made those decisions should be sitting there and under fire for what they done. See, no one else should have to come in and clean up $138 million worth of bullshit that they didn't contribute to. And it's probably more debt than that. I'm sure it is, because we don't have the rest
Y'all
of the
know
bills,
it's more debt.
that, from Tiffany's administration yet, because it hasn't ended. But once that administration officially ends, I'm sure they're going to be pulling way more debt out. So for them
But
not
you
to even
better
be
know it.
transparent for the amount of debt that Dalton's in when it's on everybody's tax bill, that's real fucked up. But absolute power corrupts absolutely. So you have Napoleon at the top, Jason at the helm. They're just going. I don't feel good about the situation. I feel like this is going to be the demise of the South suburbs.
So
Exactly, and I agree 100%.
So, what was Tiffany Henry's administration? If State Senator Harris, Jason House, and the newly elected board of both government bodies, if they corrupt, then what was Tiffany? I'm waiting. If they corrupt, what is Tiffany? If you're saying that you ain't got no good feeling about Napoleon Harris, Jason House, the new boards of both bodies, both government bodies, then what was Tiffany? What was this feeling that when Tiffany was out there stealing all that goddamn money?
And Dalton was
But
just
we'll
like
wait.
ground zero for
We'll
how
wait.
things are going to go. And since Dalton has folded, then
Oh.
everything else around us will fold, because we were the ones fighting in the fight. Even though people in Harvey are fighting, we were very adamant about what we wanted in Dalton. It's just crazy that they would think they get that with Jason House. He literally has a shit factory here. He's literally put out bonds that we have to pay back for the next 25 to 30 years. It's not fair to us.
But let's talk about them bonds.
Yeah.
And so
Let's talk about them bonds. Let's talk about that. The bonds had to be put in place to cover certain things that to cover Tiffany Henry's fuck ups. Let's talk about that. Trina, let's talk about the bonds real quick. The bonds that you're saying that Jason House and took out. There was reasons for them bonds to be taken out. And the reasons of them bonds being taken out was because at the hands of the mayor, of the current mayor and the current administration. Because they realized where the financials was at. So don't make it just seem like, oh, Jason House just making the town corrupt. Because that's not the case. We know that's not the case. Now let's just be real. We know that is not the case. But let's get back into this video. Make sure y'all hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and hit the share button.
Jason is way more covert. He will speak in languages over your head. He's going to do things that they're not going to even realize what he's doing right in the face of the people. They're just going off he's quiet and mild-mannered. But if you have shut down everywhere that you work, if your last job was federally investigated and people have went to jail, I would be the fuck quiet too. Why cause attention to yourself? So it's, it's, I'm just holding, like I had a conversation with Minion last night. I'm holding all of the YouTubers who ran out and ran everybody for filth to hold Clean House 2025 at an even higher bar. Because you all went out, you supported, y'all said vote for Clean House 2025. So when he fucks up, I want them all on his ass.
Yeah, exactly.
But I'm pretty confident, Cassaundra, you may still end up being mayor because you were the only opponent of Jason. And I'm counting on the feds to do their job and snatch their asses right up out those seats that they were so bold to sit back in, knowing the criminal shit that they've done, especially the clerk with no meeting minutes for 4 years. Like that shit's just beyond me.
Yeah, it's crazy. And
But
being out there right next to Jason's house,
but
and I'm like, this
never mind,
guy
y'all.
is so
Rachel say Clean House 2025.
calculated.
I'm with you, Rachel.
Like they don't
Very.
even realize what they
I'm
just
with
put
you.
in office. Like he is not the mild mannered, nice guy that you all think he is. Now, one of my bonus daughters were out there working, and he said some little slick stuff out of his mouth, and he must have forgot at one moment that she was standing there. But she heard some stuff that came out of his mouth, and she called me, and she was just like, "Is this dude serious?" And then some of the other people that were out there, once they did the shit show with the guy's daughter, then he comes to me and he was like, "You know what, young lady?" He was like, "They don't even realize what they just put in
Rachel
office."
say Trina is
They was
worse
like,
than
first of
both
all, this dude
ladies.
is drunk, and I've had several
Rachel, I don't know. No, I don't
residents to
know
come to
now.
me, and they was like, "We'll give you the
I
location
don't know.
where they
Well,
drinking all the time. Like all he do is stay
I
drunk all the
digress.
time."
Yeah.
I
Now this
digress,
is the
Rachel.
stuff that was coming from the residents,
It is.
but
It
people
is.
were coming up to me like, "These people don't even realize what they put in office. Between him and Napoleon, the Southland is doomed."
It is. Dalton
Yeah,
is doomed, and the rest of the 17 municipalities in Thornton Township, no one even bothered to check Napoleon's record as to what he's done at the state level, which is nothing. He
yeah,
put forth the bill that he wants insurances to pay for hair weaves or wigs for people who are going through chemotherapy or have alopecia. Other than that, he hasn't put anything on the table.
yeah.
You
And
know,
it's
I mean,
amazing how we haven't even seen him, and then he just show up a day or two before election in camp and as far as campaigning.
correct. Because
Yeah,
and then the whole way they didn't participate in debates, like they were too good, all of that. They took the people for granted, and the people let them do it. And so they give them tickets and tell them who all to vote for from the beginning to the end, and they do it, and they get no results. They get nothing done, and they're all on the same ratchet ass team. Tiffany
yeah,
and
all
Marcy,
of them.
they knew a long time ago Napoleon didn't live in Harvey. You had to know that. But because y'all were all under Frank Zuccarelli's umbrella, nobody said anything. That's bogus. But now that you need that seat, you're willing to be honest. I can't deal with that. I can't deal with that. So hopefully everybody will keep their eyes open and hold them accountable for the shit they're doing and expect the shit show. Because Kiana
Yeah,
can't run for trustee anymore. So she's going to be looking for another seat. And that would probably most likely be the mayoral seat. I don't see her going for a clerk seat, or maybe she will try and be strategic and be the clerk, and the clerk be the trustee, since they're both at term limits. But I expect Kiana to try and snatch that seat right from Jason, and it's going to be a whole shit show.
well, I'm gonna tell you from my observation from being out there yesterday.
So, y'all, what I'm
I'm gonna
going
tell
to
you who's
do
getting
is
ready to be
this.
the problem.
I'm going to fast forward a little of this because I thought that was going to be a quick conversation. And it's not. So I don't want to sit here just listen to her rant. Okay, here we go. Here
Why
we
do you
go.
expect the
Here we
residents
go,
to
y'all.
vote when you don't vote? And yes, I have seen your records.
There
And
we go,
because
y'all.
once again, I don't just give anybody my vote. Giving you my vote is a privilege.
Oh
Uh, yes, Brittany, you are very welcome to
no,
come on here.
I don't feel like that's
Ah,
right.
see Kiana
You're supposed to
Belcher.
vote in
Welcome,
every
Miss
election if
Belcher.
you want to be
Good
the mayor.
afternoon. How are you doing today?
Good. How are you?
But here we
I'm
go.
great. How you doing, Cassandra?
How you doing?
Cassandra, I'm wonderful. I was just listening to the YouTube and I seen that there was some comments about my daughter. That's what made me log on because when people start, especially talking about family or things that they don't know correctness, I wanted to just get on and do some clarification.
Okay, clear it up.
I
Uh,
missed it.
my my daughter has been working for the Board of Elections since she was 17 years old. I'm sure with the
Period.
152 votes that you got, you
Oh,
saying
Okay.
that my daughter did
oh,
something
first
is
shot.
very unethical and not professional at all. If you had credentials, you would know that you can go in and out of the polling place with credentials to get the numbers of how many people that voted and how many people that didn't vote. For you to just get on this public
Rachel
forum
says
and
she
say
loves
something
your
like
seat.
that, I just find it very disheartening. I find it, you know,
Well, I find it very disheartening a lot of the stuff you guys have said. So
Mm,
okay.
now you see how I feel.
Excuse me. I'm not
Yeah.
you saying you guys. Have I ever said anything to you?
I've heard it
Have,
all.
have
I've heard
I
it
ever
all.
said anything to you,
I've
ma'am?
heard it all. Even with your nasty looks, I've heard it all.
oh,
Even
Oh, so
even
now we're
when I
talking
first
about
started in
looks.
the campaign, how
y'all see this? Do y'all see this? Girl, she came on here to have a conversation. You want to argue?
you came up to full blast and got in one of my workers' face and put your phone in their face and called me a Tiffany plant. I've heard it all.
Okay.
I've heard it
So
all.
so so I've said so I didn't come on here to argue. I came on here to just be very clear that my
Okay.
daughter would never jeopardize the job that she's been doing since
Well, all I
17 years
said was I
old.
saw her kept coming in and out, speaking the
And,
house. Is that not true?
and so what?
Let's be very clear. Is that not
what
true?
what's that have to do with anything? That wouldn't have changed the 152 votes you got.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Uh, oh, Kiana, before you
I'm,
leave,
yes.
Kiana,
Yes.
because I don't know that. I don't know anything about polling agents. So
Yes, you have to have credentials. You have to have credentials to go in and out of the polling place. When you have credentials, you can go in there and see how many people have voted. You can't see who they voted for, but you can see how many people voted. And if
oh,
Well, as I said, I saw her go in and out numerous
anybody that's in
times.
the political realm would know that.
okay,
I said plenty of times I saw her go in and out.
okay, hold on,
Now that
hold on.
was not a lie, but thank you. I appreciate
Okay,
it.
okay, hold
But
on.
thank you. I
Oh,
appreciate it.
okay,
Yeah.
hold on. Wait, please. Um, so damn it, now I forgot. I thought I got confused. Somebody here
It's
said
like
it was a
she
she's
want to
an
argue with Kiana
elected
so bad.
uh,
She's what? She's an election judge.
election judge. Okay,
That,
what is the
that is
difference?
that is
Okay,
correct.
what is the
Period. Stand
difference?
up for
What
your
is
daughter.
an election judge?
Y'all,
Election judge are the people that work in the polling place on election day or early voting. Those are the people that when you go in to place your votes, they're handling the steps step by step.
Okay, because when I go into my polling place, I see people there. They sit and stand there. I've never seen them outside, so I'm confused.
That's a poll watcher. Those are different than the people. And she's saying coming in and out, they have lunch breaks. They're there, what, 12, 13 hours.
No,
So they
as
have
I
lunch
said, she
breaks.
was coming in and
They
out.
have,
And I
yeah,
noticed every
period. You
time
gotta
she
speak
came
up
in
for
and
your
out, she
daughter.
walked over the house,
Period.
whispered something in his ear.
absolutely. Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. So what? And I don't think you put anything in his hand, but whatever you may say. Nevertheless, that has nothing to do with her jeopardizing her job for I have no idea how many votes came out of that particular precinct, but I just want to make sure as she's on the public forum giving misinformation about my child, I needed to get on here and correct it.
Well, you
Okay,
ain't correcting anything. As I said,
Oh,
she kept coming in and out. Is that
And
not a lie?
and she could
You hear her when at the beginning of their conversation, at the very beginning of the conversation, um, Trustee Belcher had let it be known that she was on there to clarify some things, and Cassandra said clear it up. But so if you're gonna tell her to clear it up, then why come with this extra shit?
can do whatever she wants. She's grown.
Well, I'm just
Don't you go
then,
in and out your job?
exactly.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
People kept coming in and out.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't
Was that a
understand.
lie?
No, not at all.
Okay.
Now
then.
you talking about
so
her
why you
giving
on here?
somebody a
What's the problem?
paper.
So
You
what's the
talking about her
problem?
giving somebody a paper is a
What's the
lie.
problem? So what's the problem?
You're talking about people giving somebody a paper is a lie. But anyway,
So what's the problem? No, I never
no,
said anybody gave anybody a paper. I
that
said
is what you
kept
just said. You
coming
just said
in
she
and out.
gave. You just said she gave Jason House a paper. Rewind the tape.
I didn't
That's
say
what you
she
just
gave him
said.
a paper.
That is
I
what you
said
just
she
said.
kept coming in and out. I said she whispered in his ear.
Okay. All right.
Kiana,
I didn't get on here to argue with anyone, but I want to make sure that when you start speaking of stuff, make sure that you speak of it correctly.
No, I'm not making up anything. And
Okay.
I'm gonna say that to you. So next time when you guys start making up stuff and when you start spreading lies, remember your own words.
Okay.
Yeah.
And once
you
again,
ain't as
have I said
innocent
anything
either.
to you?
You're not as innocent either, sis.
All right.
Okay. Yeah, I know. All right. I got you.
I didn't
got
come on
you.
here to defend me. I came on here
Yeah,
to
goodbye.
defend my
I
child.
got you. I got you. You good.
Kiana,
When your child is good.
Kiana, I got a really important question to ask you, and this is very
Do
serious.
y'all see? Wait,
Because
wait.
Conscious.
Yeah.
Do y'all see that? Kiana Belcher is a sitting elected official. Kiana Belcher literally is a sitting elected official. She don't need to. The people just voted her in for another term, but right now she's an elected official, and Cassandra is talking to her as if she's Symphony because she's defending her daughter. Girl, who the hell you think you're talking to? You want to be the mayor of Dalton, but look how you talking to people. Let's go back. Let's go back and let's watch that a little bit again. Right there.
Do
Let's
whatever
go.
she wants. She's grown.
Well, I'm just
Don't you go in and out your job?
There we go.
Exactly.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
People kept coming in and out.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't
Was that a
understand.
lie?
No, not at all.
Okay.
Now
then.
you talking about
so
her
why you
giving
on here?
somebody a
What's the problem?
paper. You
what's the
talking about her
problem?
giving somebody a paper is a
What's the
lie.
problem? So what's the problem?
You're talking about people giving somebody a paper is
Look
a
how
lie.
she.
But anyway,
So what's the problem? No, I never
no,
said
I just want to
anybody
get
gave
into it with
anybody a
her.
paper.
that is what you
kept
just said. You
coming
just said
in
she
and out.
gave. You just said she gave Jason House a paper. Rewind the tape.
I didn't
That's
say
what you
she
just
gave him
said.
a paper.
That is what
I
you
said
just
she
said.
kept coming in and out. I said she whispered in his ear.
Okay. All right.
This
Yeah,
I
is a
didn't get
lot.
on here to argue with anyone, but I want to make sure that when you start speaking of stuff, make sure that you speak of it correctly.
No, I'm not making
About
up
that tea.
anything. And
Okay.
I'm gonna say that to you. So next
Oh,
time when you guys start making up stuff and when you start spreading lies, remember your own words.
Okay.
Yeah.
And once
you
again,
ain't as
have I said
innocent
anything to you?
You're not as innocent either, sis.
All right.
Okay. Yeah, I know. All right. I got you.
I didn't
got
come on here to defend me. I came on here
Yeah,
to
goodbye.
defend my child.
I got you.
and that
I
caught
got
that
you.
tea.
You good. When your child is good.
Kiana, I got a really important question to ask you, and this is very serious. Because
Conscious.
yeah, that's me.
Conscious.
Yes, me.
Is he muted?
No, I'm not muted.
He said, "Go keep rolling."
I'm not muted. Can
Can't
I?
hear her. She
You
muted.
don't understand the process.
Hello.
Is accusing.
That's crazy, y'all.
Yeah. I don't know who's talking.
I don't know. Do you just enter, hang up, conscious?
No,
I
I'm
can't
here.
see you.
Steve Belcher, don't let
Never
that lady
hear me?
disrupt your peace.
I know.
No, that's what's on here. You see it?
Can you? I'm curious about the 12-page report on St. Patrick's. Can you address that?
No, I didn't come on here to address that because I'm not doing any interviews today. I just wanted to be clear about my daughter.
Oh,
That's
okay.
all. All right.
Period.
Thank
Can
you.
we
I ain't
Look,
on
you don't
here
want to
to
answer that.
can we
talk
get
about
that
the
12-page report? How
other
do we get
stuff.
it?
I'm
I
on here
don't
to
know.
tell y'all to
Maybe you
keep
should
my
FOIA it
daughter's
because I don't
name
have a
and
12-page
keep my
report, but
daughter
I'm
out
sure
y'all
if you need the
mouth.
Freedom of Information, if it's something that had to go through the Village of Dalton, it should be readily available to you.
Oh, we tried.
Okay.
We
Well, you need to
uh,
contact the Attorney General's office then if you didn't receive it.
okay.
That's
Well,
how you
I asked you
professionally put
because
somebody in their
you
place
had it.
and
I
shut
did
something
not have a
down.
12-page report unless you're talking about engineer's report from
Yeah.
2023 or 2024. Then the Village
Yeah.
of Dalton should be able to provide that to you.
Okay. All right. Yeah, we have FOIA'd it. A few people have, and we
Okay.
just can't. But
Well,
it's a serious
Period.
question. And while you were on here, I appreciate you coming on.
No problem. When somebody starts talking about your family, especially if it's not true and if it's your children, you know,
Well,
when you
well,
get into
baby, when folks
politics,
start talking about your family with all of them
are
and the lives
offline.
that you guys
Now,
are praying, so
why you
now you're
talking over
offended.
me? Why you talking over
So
me?
now you're offended. So now
I'm
you're
offended because you're
offended.
talking about my daughter.
Your
I ain't
lies.
offended by anything I
Y'all
said
see
that comes
this?
out of my mouth.
Do y'all
But
see this?
that's why I
Now,
came on
mind you,
Conscious. Okay.
Thank you very much.
Cassandra
I
wanted to
appreciate
be
it,
the mayor
Kiana.
of
You're
Dalton.
welcome here
Is this
Not
how
a
you gonna
problem.
talk
I'm
to the
going back to
resident?
my victory celebrations. You have
We
a wonderful
appreciate
day.
you.
Period.
Goodbye. We appreciate you. Big face.
Boy, that went south. Okay. Sorry. Let me see.
Oh, that was a lot.
Do we have any more
Oh,
questions?
Trusty Belcher, we love you. Of course we do. That was just a lot.
I am scrolling.
Exactly. See, they can dish it out, but they can't take it.
They say it's distasteful to have an excuse for your
Do they
gloss.
not live in the same 5-mile radius? Yes. It's a 5. Yeah.
That's crazy, y'all.
No arguments. And I appreciate Kiana getting on here. We give Kiana a lot of shit. we do. But we call out elected officials. That's what we do on here.
Oh.
Well,
why you ain't
does
call out
anybody have
Cassandra
any
Conscious?
questions? But y'all live in the same area, got each other's phone numbers.
That's crazy.
Thank you for correcting that, Miss Belcher. It did appear she was trying to discredit your daughter wrongfully. How do you get credentials? Well, she's gone. Oh, here's Dear Woke Christian. Welcome. He wants to meet for coffee. Cassaundra Hopson-Jordan. Wonder what.
Oh, he wants to meet for coffee?
Yes. Yes. He wants to meet you for coffee.
Tell him, no thank you, with his messy ass.
Oh.
With his what?
With his messy ass. Okay. No thank you.
Oh, now man, oh, now y'all know I'm finna get on this camera. So, mind y'all, this lady, do y'all see her, like her decorum about, like, herself? Like, you have yet to either say, Mary let Jason House, congratulations. You have yet to either, come out with either a statement or anything to thank either the 152 people that either voted for you. Like, let's just be serious. But yet you sit on here, y'all, she just pissed me off. She literally just pissed me off because you sit your rap-headed ass, long-faced ass on here and just like, ugh. Girl, bring it down a notch. Bring it down some. And then talk about his messy ass. Now, Cassandra, you want to be the mayor.
Okay. And I know I'm way behind on these chats. Is this camera on me? Where's the sound? I don't have a soundboard. Let's see. Okay.
It's these
My
comments,
duties
y'all.
as election sheriff was to go outside to make sure there was no electioneering or intimidation. Is that the same election sheriff as an elected? Uh, so
Okay.
you're trying to cast doubt. Yeah, she could have
I'm
mustered.
sorry, y'all.
Oh, you
Okay.
couldn't muster a full slate.
I didn't want a full slate. If I wanted a full slate, I could have actually had one.
Good.
Ludicrous to suggest your daughter somehow cheated with the voting.
Do y'all see? Girl, you didn't have a full slate because girl, ain't nobody want to be bothered. It's too much already going on. Don't nobody want to be bothered, especially with you.
Especially with zero proof. Okay. Question. Jeez. Do we need someone else besides candidates to get credentials? Do we need someone else besides candidates to get credentials? I'm not quite sure what you meant by that book. Yeah. Trina. Belcher, who she married, and where the pics? Okay. Question. Can the trustee teach us
Come
how
on,
to get
come on,
credentials?
Trina. You better
Well,
ask
she's
your
gone. I'm sorry. We need the receipts. I'd like to see that 12-page report. We've been talking about it. You live right there, Kiana. She inferred. Yeah, I have that same look on my face right now. Hey, what is that? A blanket,
No,
Cassandra?
that's actually a pillow. A pillow.
Oh man, that looks comfortable.
It is.
Oof. Okay, I'm looking for comments with a question in front of it. Okay.
No, it's a pillow.
Why would you not address this woman personally? Is this how you plan to behave? Who is that? Who is that to? Kiana or Cassandra?
Yeah, I'm
I'm not quite
interested in
sure.
knowing who that's to.
Kiana, you have to, Kiana, you have to learn to calm yourself. Okay.
No,
As much ish
no,
as
they be trying
us to
Kiana.
talk. Oh, peeps. We hold all elected officials accountable. We ask questions, and sometimes they don't like it. It is not illegal, but it may look like a conflict of interest. The election board allowed it, so they must not have seen a problem with it. Okay.
Yeah, they try to look up every law.
Trustee Belcher is a real one.
Oh,
There
for
was
real,
no
she is.
need for her to do that there in a 5-mile radius. I'm not sure who you mean choose. Thank you, Kiana. So that's the face you elect, Kiana face. Okay. I'm looking for. Okay, here's a question. My goodness. Why did you choose not to lay out your plans and vision
That's a
for
good question.
Dalton while running for mayor?
Well, Jason House didn't lay his plans out.
That's a lie.
Listen, when he laid his out, I would have laid mine out.
So listen, I'm gonna stop this because it's like, girl, at this point, you doing whatever you can and saying whatever. You see her decorum in it. You see how she feel about it. You see how she feel about everything. And so it's no point. But I just want to unpack that. It was a video that I have not fully watched. And so I wanted to unpack it. I wanted to kind of go over it and kind of look at it together. Like I said, I had only seen the part where it was just her and um, Trusty Belcher. I didn't know Trina Head came on there and all that stuff, right? But I'm getting ready to get up out of here, y'all. Thank y'all for rocking with me all this time. Again, I had some stuff going on, so I had not been on in a while, but I'm back. So again, until next time, stay safe.
Legit. From the streets to the tweets, what's hot, what's weak? Spilling all the tea, yeah, Drew gon' speak. No sugarcoat, just facts on fleek. Subscribe, tap in, yeah, watch every week. Hey, it's Drew Speaks, where the real makes all the tea. When the drama hit the streets, you know where you gotta be. Messy but classy, yeah, I keep it real. Bringing all the news, let's talk, let's spill. Shade so sharp, might need a shield. When Drew speaks, best believe it's sealed. Gossip facts, what's the deal? Keep it raw, keep it trill. Ain't no cap, just what's real. Hit that like, tell me how you feel.